So I got a text message from one of my clients recently who watched one of the videos that you can watch like in the cards right now, where I talk about Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as the best option. And he said, you didn't mention Facebook and you mentioned YouTube is the best. Should we still focus on Facebook? And I just kind of laughed out loud because it's one of those things that's really, I think, important to remember. And all the things like Facebook still exists. In fact, it's one of the best platforms for like organic reach, building community, and all this kind of stuff. It's just different than all the other ones because it's like the oldest and most established and all of the things. So I want to take a second to talk with you about like Facebook Reels, its relevancy, like what you can be doing there to be effective, and all of the things. Hi, my name is Desiree and I help you use video online marketing to collect leads and convert them into dollars. Now, when we're talking about Facebook Reels and Facebook and social media, anything that has to do with marketing, we have to remember the number one rule. You gotta have a plan, which is why you wanna go grab my free content planning worksheet that I have for you down in the description below so that you can get all the things, all the knowledge, all the stuff to plan it all out on a regular, weekly, or a monthly basis so that you can have success on the interwebs. So I want to address some questions. So first of all, is Facebook Reels still a thing? Absolutely, it is still a thing. It's actually one of the best ways to reach an organic audience in a way that you didn't have before. And as a business page or a personal, like professional profile, which is like what my Facebook is, it's a great way to expand your reach and share in a different way. What is not going to work for Facebook Reels is going to be not having a strategy, not being consistent, not obeying a couple of simple rules and strategies that we'll talk about later in this video to help you be effective in that space. But yeah, Facebook Reels is super relevant, super necessary. Facebook is trying to do a lot of things to like make the platform still have legs and still be relevant. And one of the things that we hear a lot in the space is like, oh, Facebook doesn't have a place anymore. Facebook isn't here. Facebook is where all the old people are. But you know what? I know a lot of people that still use Facebook to grow brands and businesses that are millennials. And also we forget in the States that there's a whole wide world outside of our little bubble of English speaking people that use Facebook all the time. For example, I have an au pair that lives with me and she is from Colombia and she uses Facebook all the time to stay connected with her family, post things, and watch reels and stuff. Like I watch her and she's scrolling like vertical videos all the time. She is on TikTok. She is on Facebook. So it's important to remember that Facebook Reels has a home, has a place, has a necessity, but it's paired with the power of Facebook and all of the other things that you can do, which is have groups, post posts that are like just text, you have polls, you have photos, you can have a business page and do this thing that's like totally separate. You can run ads, you can sell things on Marketplace. Facebook is this like multi-purpose place to hang out, and Reels is one of the best tools that they have for having organic reach while also allowing for you to build an engaged audience with a medium that is the most popular right now. So with the question of like, do they still work? Absolutely. Again, we're talking about the best way to have organic reach, the best way to share what's going on in the platform and what you have going on in your business, and the best way to have a reach that you didn't expect before while using the medium that Facebook prefers most and that audiences prefer most, which is video. So of course you should do them, but we need to talk about a couple of things that you want to make sure you're doing with your Reels so that you can have success. First, you have to remember that you want to create for the audience, for the viewer, not for your business. Obviously, the foundation of what's happening in the reel is like what you do as a brand and a business. So like, for example, with my customer that texted me, they do, one of their services they offer is like filling in cracks in your home and your foundation to level it out and minimize any potential water damage, which is a huge thing for homeowners. So they know, okay, so our audience is going to be homeowners who live in Michigan, who have foundations and crack issues, and there are things that they have going on. So they're always presenting problems their customers have and how they have solved the problem for them. Because so many people have uneven sidewalks or have cracks in their basements or are flooding, all these kinds of things. So they are really just digging into like those problems and creating for their audience. They're not just like, we're the best, come do business with us. We're like, no, here are problems and here's how we solve them. And it kind of just makes sense that you would do business with us as a byproduct of that. And when we're talking about creating for your audience, not for your business, we also want to lead with the value, not make people wait until the end. So when you're talking about stopping a a thumb scroll. Like you have 3 seconds to get someone's attention. You want to start off strong with like, here's how we fix this problem, or don't do this thing, or whatever. Like you're not going to be doing an introduction. You're not going to hold out on the answer until like second 45 or 50. You really want to get to the goods as soon as possible. And it could be like, all right, let's level this out. Like for this client, like let's level out this land. Let's see what this is like, and then tell the story of like what was happening while they're doing it and showing it. Showing versus telling is always going to be so much better with this, and this starting out the gate strong is going to be where that answer is. Now we're making our reels. We have to kind of put some foundational things in place to make sure that the reels have the best chance for success. So besides having a strong intro at the gate, we have to remember some things. Like number one, they need to be quick. We do not want to be lollygagging. We do not want to be putting in extra things. If we can cut it out, it needs to be cut. Just because you have 60 seconds doesn't mean you should be using that full 60 seconds for video. If you can get it done in 15 instead of 30, get it done. It's better for your attention, it's better for attention spans, and it allows for you to get better impact. When someone can watch more of your video, like all of it, like a percentage, because that's what Facebook is measuring. What is the percentage of this whole video that is being consumed, not how long do they watch? They're going to be like, oh, okay, so this is good content. Let's put this in front of more people and more people that might be interested in it. You really want to make sure that you are really speedy and cutting it down as much as possible to get to the point and only give the relevant and necessary information. But of course, you have to find that balance also being fun and entertaining. Like you can't be like dry and like Bueller, Fry, anyone. Like you want to make sure that you're edutaining everybody as much as possible to, again, hold his attention. There's this guy on Facebook, I watch almost all of his videos, and it's him literally just doing like yard, like cleanup, where he's like mowing yards because like the grass gets overrun on these sidewalks in like underserved, highly working class communities, and he just wants to go in and do something nice for them, and in exchange he just gets to record it for his content. So it's like being able to watch that. I watch all of those videos. I just want to see like the before and after. How can you be fun and entertaining and hold attention with your content? That's what you got to figure out when you're creating these reels. It's also really easy to get sucked in and obsessed with quality. Like I know here on YouTube in my little box here, I'm trying to have a really nice aesthetic. I have a nice camera. I have like the 2-point lighting, the one above. I'm always messing with my background, trying to make it do all these things. I'm always camera ready, not being shiny. That's a lot of production quality. But when I'm doing vertical video content, like when I'm pulling out the reels and I'm like doing this, it really is about like what's happening right now. Some foundational things I always make sure that are done, like my lens is clean, that they can hear me, not shaking too much and giving people motion sickness. You want to be real with your reels. Like that's like the fun thing to say, but just raw and unedited. Yes, you can take your long form content and repurpose it as much as you'd like. I think that's a great strategy that I highly encourage you to do. But you really want to make sure that you are connecting and not letting like a super high quality of production, like a commercial or something, be the reason that's stopping you from doing this. It's most important to show up and give value rather than worry about like how you're perceived, seen, and all that kind of stuff. Some of my best performing content is me just like no makeup, mom bunning it up, and just giving value and information and being my realest, truest self. Now we're talking about short form content and like how you can make sure that you're being real and connecting, but also converting your business. I want to watch this video I have for you that's right here, where I'm going to talk you through how a sales funnel works with your short form videos.